Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning my guest is Josh McGrane, the head of sales with Alexandria International and also the owner of an independent flooring company in Key West. Josh, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Ken. Thanks for having me today.
It's good to catch up with you. Our paths have crossed several times. You started with Beaulieu of America in 2000. You were there for about 8 years. Then you went with Peter Spire. You joined him, and you worked with Max Woods as a partner with him in that for 6.5 years. Now, for the last 4 years, you've been head of sales for Alexandria International. I want to spend most of my time talking about that. But you also own 2 stores down in Key West. Interesting name. The name of the stores down there are Big Ass Wood Floors, right?
That's correct.
Did you check with that fan company up in Kentucky on that name?
Ironically enough, we did. We had their chief marketing officer gave us written permission, and the only caveat was stay off the ceilings and you're fine.
All right, good. So you're in the upper end down there. I noticed some of the brands you have, and it makes sense because most of the houses down there are upper end.
Really our business is upper end. I mean, you can't get into a house really for anything less than $600,000, $700,000 in the Keys. Believe it or not, it's a lot of wood carpet. We sell tile, but wooden carpet and SPC and area rugs are our main focus. And kitchen cabinets.
Well, I'm jealous because, oftentimes people say, hey, if you find something you like to do, try to do it where you love to be, and that's what you've done. So congratulations on that.
I did. I decided to do it on the front end, Kemp. I lost both my parents early in life and figured, you know what, I have an opportunity. Actually, when I was at Beaulieu, and my boss at the time was Jeff Meadows, and he loved to go to Key West, so he gave me the blessing to move to Key West and commute to Beaulieu and travel all over the U.S. when I was in that position.
Okay, very neat. Let's talk about Alexandria International, a little background on that, especially related to Jerry Hubbard dying. He was the founder of Margolin. A big part of their business was exporting carpet to the Middle East, and it sounds like Alexandria...
We're the conduit for them.
Okay, that went through you?
Yeah, we were Jerry Hubbard and Kareem Khatib and Sam Khatib. We're all very good friends. They were Margolin's largest customer, and as I mentioned, they were exporting up to 100 containers a week from Margolin to Kuwait, to Saudi Arabia, to all over the Middle East, especially when Saddam Hussein was taken out of power. Actually, they filled up 2 container ships and sent them over to Kuwait, waiting for it for people just bought it. They prepaid for this carpet, and it was the largest carpet order I believe that Margolin ever received, that 2 container ships full of carpet.
Yeah, so they focused on the export business for a long time, and catch us up to date because that's shifted to an import business now, right?
That did. It did shift into an import business. When that business, after in Saudi Arabia, there's Abdul Latif, they started their own manufacturer. Once they realized that they could do that, they built their own manufacturer, which took about 5 to 10 years. So that kind of put the Khatibs out of business, and then other manufacturers of broadloom started popping up in Turkey. And so the need for imported carpet from the U.S. really is very minimal, so it wasn't enough to base a business off of. Mm-hmm. So they started importing wood and recently vinyl. We have, but the majority of our business for the past 10 years has been wood.
But today, you're saying carpet is 75% of your business, right?
75% of our business. You wouldn't believe it, but 3 years ago, when the European market fell, the Turkish manufacturers were looking for suppliers, and the Khatibs have relationships. They own 2 distributors in Dubai, so they're still very present in the Middle Eastern markets. Their family business. Mm-hmm. So they came to us and wanted us to start selling in North America. We were actually dealing with another factory that we outsold our capacity, so we switched to the largest factory in the Middle East, Pinarso.
Mm-hmm. All right, and this product is 100% solution-dyed PET that you're bringing in, right?
It is. It's 100% solution-dyed PET. We make it in 2 different gauges, a 10th gauge and a 5/32nd gauge, and everything with a polyester soft back, mm-hmm. and 3 products with a spun bond backing, which is a polyethylene backing.
Okay. All right, and you can get that over here and have it be competitive versus what's made here.
Very competitive, enough that we can sell to the distributor, that they can now compete with the manufacturers, and they're able to have their own carpet lines. That was kind of the thinking, and why we introduced it, is if we take this through distribution, we can give the distributors a carpet line, and they can sell to the retailers and not have to worry about buying from their competitor. Mm-hmm. They still do. We're not looking to replace that, but it gives them other options.
Yeah. And the styling is what the American consumer is looking for?
It is. Uh-huh. Right now it's all textures, Kemp. We are working on some LCLs for next year, but they're all textures from 16 ounce all the way up to 80 ounces. Mm-hmm. And we also make a soft 3 DPF carpet as well.
Okay. And one of the things that intrigued me, and one of the reasons I want to do this interview, is you're talking about bringing another polymer, another type of carpet fiber, which is called PBT, into the business. Talk about that.
Yeah, the technical name is polybutylene terephthalate.
Yeah.
And it has similar properties to nylon. It has elasticity properties the same with nylon. It's not quite as resilient as PTT, but it's more stain resistant than PET. It's been used in bathing suits, athletic wear, wiring. The automobile industry was introduced in 1970, and our manufacturer has been selling it overseas. They sell it in Europe. They've sold it to Godfrey Hirst in Australia, which obviously they don't buy now since Mohawk owns it. But it's been out, and it's a very soft and resilient fiber that we have the rights for North America that we'll be introducing that next year sometime in mid-2021.
All right, so we have the rights. Tell me about that. I mean, this product was developed, I think, originally it was a British product, I believe. But tell me what those rights.
The manufacturer, which is out of Saudi Arabia, and they're giving us the rights to North America to sell it broadloom to distributors, manufacturers, whoever we end up selling it to. So Alexandria International has the rights to the broadloom carpet market in North America for PBT.
I guess since you sell through distribution, most of what you sell is private label, right?
It is. All of our distributors private label our products.
So we wouldn't know by going into the marketplace what was yours and what was made in Dalton, Georgia, right?
Well, you would. It's identifiable by the soft back carpet. So if you saw, no one makes a 16-ounce soft back carpet. Our soft back carpet, which we call flex back, is very identifiable.
I see.
The thing about Turkey, they don't run their machines as fast as here in the U.S., so the result is a much cleaner. It's just a very clean. I think most of our distributors and manufacturers would say that some of our 10th gauges are the cleanest 10th gauge carpet out in the market right now.
All right, so if somebody wants to know more about Alexandria International, they have a website, right?
We do have a website, or you can call the 1-800 number and contact me, and we'd be happy to talk to a customer that's looking, a distributor or manufacturer that's looking for carpet.
Okay, Josh, good to catch up with you again. Been talking to Josh McGrane, the head of sales for Alexandria International, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.